Hey everybody, welcome back to another fun week of Snowed In. I can't wait to see what crazy adventures are gonna happen today. Before we see what's going on, let's all stand up and sing a song.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever bring. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken.
Hey Natalie, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Brooke. I'm just checking the winter game scores. You know, today is the final day of the competition.
Oh, do you think the Alpine Inn will take the gold?
I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be a close one. Everything is riding on today's contest.
Oh my gosh. What was that?
I have no idea, but I hope that wasn't an avalanche.
Oh, well, maybe we should go check to see what happened if anyone needs any help.
Good idea.
You're right, Natalie. Mr. Owl said it was an avalanche, and Rocky's out surveying the damage, but they're all pretty worried that they're gonna have to cancel the winter games.
No, that is awful. Have they ever had to cancel before?
No, I think Mr. Owl said something about it. It would be the first time in 40 years that they haven't declared a winner.
Mr. Owl really needed that prize money for winning the games too. If the Alpine Inn doesn't win, he might even have to consider shutting down the Alpine Kids Camp they do every year.
I know, it's so sad. The games can't get canceled then. They just can't.
Maybe the avalanche wasn't as bad as they thought it was. And the snow melts in time, and the Alpine Inn can probably finish out the event for the games.
Okay, so let's check the weather and see what's going on. Maybe we can get some good news. Heidi ho, it's Amy Snow reporting live from Swiss News Channel 4. We have a breaking story. Recent reports have been confirmed of a devastating avalanche occurring on Mount Mittenwald at 8:32 a.m. I repeat, an avalanche has occurred this morning. Details are still unknown as experts are continuing to survey damage. A representative from the Board of Winter Games has announced that this year's Winter Games Hotel Division has been canceled, just 2 events shy of a winner being declared. The cause of the massive avalanche is still being investigated, but there have been several sightings of the Yeti using an outpouring to yodel. Some are suggesting that the avalanche was intentionally set off by this yodeling Yeti. As the story unfolds, we'll be sure to keep you updated. I'm Amy Snow, Swiss News, Channel 4.
That is so unfair. They should just be able to postpone the events and finish everything when the snow melts.
Yeah, do you think that there's anything we could do to help? I mean, I would personally call the board if I have to.
Unless you know how to make some ginormous heaters to melt the snow, I don't think we can help. I mean, nobody's gonna listen to us. We're just guests around here.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go do my laundry. There's nothing else to do. Hey! Look!
You know what that means. Let's squeeze his nose.
When you are young, it may be hard to believe that God is working in your life. But there was a young girl in the Bible who learned that this is true. The girl had been taken from her home in Israel to become a servant to the wife of Naaman. Naaman was a brave commander in the king's army who had a terrible skin disease called leprosy. The young girl heard the news that Naaman was sick and told Naaman's wife about a man in Israel named Elisha who could help. As soon as Naaman found out about Elisha, he asked the king for permission to go to Israel to see him. Not only did the king say he could go, but he gave Naaman horses and chariots for the journey. When Naaman arrived, he went straight to Elisha's house. Elisha sent Naaman a message through his servant that said, "Go and wash in the Jordan River 7 times. If Naaman did what Elisha had said, he would be healed immediately." At first, Naaman got really angry because Elisha didn't come out to see him in person. Naaman thought the least he could do would be to pray to his God and wave his hand over his skin. Naaman didn't want to listen to Elisha because he didn't understand how bathing in a river, especially 7 times, would make a difference. Naaman's servants convinced him to go down to the Jordan to do what he had been told. As soon as he washed himself 7 times, he was completely healed, just as Elisha had promised. Naaman was so happy that he went back to Elisha and said, "Now I know there is no God anywhere in the world like the one in Israel." The young servant girl may not have realized it, but God was working through her to help heal Naaman. She could have kept the good news about Elisha to herself, but instead she spoke up and helped him meet the one true God who can heal diseases. Even though you may think you're just a kid, God is shaping you and using you to help the people around you. We can know from this story that God promises to work in our lives.
Why would we need that promise today? I'm glad God promises to work in our lives, but how can He really work in us here? Especially today. We can't even lead the cheer section at the games.
Well, let's let's think about it. The Alpine Inn is in a pretty bad situation with the avalanche and games getting canceled. So what if we could do something about it?
Oh, I get it. We're just guests at the lodge, so that we're the most unlikely people to save the Winter Games. It's just like naming Servant Girl. She didn't seem super important to the people around her, but she was important to God, and he knew he could use her to do a big thing.
Exactly. God is powerful, and we just have to trust him to work through us, even with something as big as this.
Now, where should we start? How about we grab some shovels and start trying to uncover the game equipment? Maybe we could get a group at the hotel guests to help us.
Ooh, that's a great idea. Let's get started. What a crazy day at the lodge. I am so glad that it all worked out in the end and we were able to save the games. At first, Natalie and I thought we couldn't do anything to help the day because we were just guests at the lodge. We think we couldn't do anything. But when we heard the Bible story about Naaman's servant, we knew we could help the lodge. Even though she was a servant, she made a big difference in Naaman's life. She obeyed God and did the things he told her to do. Because she did, he was able to work in her life and make her part of a miracle. If God can work in her lives, then we can trust in his promises to work in our lives too. And that is what we need to know. So let's say this together. God promises to work in my life. Awesome. I had tons of fun hanging out with you all today and seeing that God promises to work in our lives. Before you go, let's bow our heads, close our eyes, and pray together. God, thank you for loving us and having a plan for each of our lives. Help us believe that you can work in each of us to do big things. Please work in all of our lives this week. We love you. Amen. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye.